that people who are incompetent and are corrupt can be hospitalized. Some people can never get discharged. Because since I began my when I came from Europe and I came to Kenya, I was at Strathmore. Since I began my economic education to the nation, I was even called the people's economist. I have been illustrating this thing in the simplest terms that you can do. But instead of that, I lost my job in Strathmore, because I lost my job in Strathmore speaking on TV47 when I said that the bottom-up cannot work, has never worked anywhere and will not work here, and the economic ideology of Kenya Kwanza will kill the economy. The president, through his agents, called me and told me, immediately he leaves the Bible, I lose my job. He leaves the Bible on 13th of September 2022. I received a letter on 15th of September 2022. No one cares that, isn't it? But I will not give up. I have the silver bullet to the Kenyan economic problem. Mm-hmm. I call it silver bullet. Let's talk about solution, Fred, for a minute, isn't it? I've just told you that the Kenyan problem is economic, not political, but politicians are using politics to address it. That's why you see Nyamori can say Gachagua. Gachagua did not increase fuel prices. The cause of this strike is increase of fuel. Let's face it. Let's not call names. Let's not run away from the problem. Fred, if we can create 100,000 jobs per county, which is what I stand for, and I have a formula to do, that translates to 4.7 million jobs nationally. The solution with that, first, you cure the youth unemployment. You won't call them goons. Don't call these youth goons. Mm-hmm. They are unemployed people. Call them unemployed young Kenyans. Don't call them goons. Why I'm saying that? He said they are being used. Let us arrest the person using them, not the person who, like now, those arrested, they should be released immediately. Those youths have nothing to do with why they are in a cell. I've been hearing reports showing that OCS for Central has been taken to Langata police station for having released some of them. Mm-hmm. They are not goons, those are Kenyans. You cannot look at a fellow Kenyan and call them a goon. They said that when a hyena wants to eat his kids, they suspect them to smell like a goat, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Don't call a fellow Kenyan goons. Okay. So the silver problem to the Kenyan economic situation, I've told you, is create jobs. When you create jobs, you bring 4.7 million taxpayers to the tax bracket. Even you lower the burden of taxes on Kenyans. Because Kenya has a problem, economic structural problem. About 3% of Kenyans are upper class. About 7% are middle class. Forget about what they're telling at 20-something. Now that is 10% of Kenyans carrying 90%. It's like a rat is carrying an elephant. The rat will suffer. The rat can die. So if you bring that, immediately you bring that 4.7 million taxpayers, you lower the tax burden. Secondly, there'll be money in the economy. That means interest rates will go down because the economy lacks, when there's no money in the economy, risks go up, interest go up. Thirdly, we are going to do that through agricultural large-scale production. Mm-hmm. Supply-demand forces shows inflation will go down. Secondly, the Kenya shilling will be stronger to give you the usual, you are importing fuel using Kenya shillings, isn't it? That will be solved. Another thing will be solved is debt. When you have 4.7 million Kenyans paying taxes, yes, you raise revenue that are borrowing too much. What I can tell you, you ask me, who can save Kenya? Go and read Isaiah 6:8. God asked, whom shall I send? And the prophet says, here I am, Lord, send me. I'm saying, here I am, Fred Ogola, with the silver bullet, yes, send me.
All right.
If you send me as a Kenyan, I will fix this problem.
Thank you, Prof.
I'll ensure food security, health sector will be revived, education will be fine. There will be no youth on the street because they will not be called goons, they'll be called teachers, doctors, professors, nini, not calling them goons.
Asante sana, Prof. And in a short time, we'll be engaging Julius Ruto, who's an MP Keses constituency. He's also a member of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning. Once we get him, he'll be able to tell us a few things about what Parliament is doing. We're asking the question, where's the National Assembly? Day 2 of a nationwide crisis, na bado wako nyumbani on recess. But Nyamori will
We'll pay them to come to Parliament.
Fred, I'm never sure at what point, Prof is speaking, and I really respect him as a professor of economics. I've read his books, and what point is sloganeering as a presidential candidate.
He is a declared presidential candidate.
Yes,
who
I'm
wants to
slogan.
run, and who just wants to please us.
I'll support you.
You know, who just wants to please us. But my point is, when, you know, it is important to note that Kisumu was peaceful yesterday, and that young people in Kisumu actually went out and put placards and banners on road roundabouts, calling for peace and you know, explaining that while they expect the government to take action, the outrage, demonstration, destruction of property will not solve the problem. I speak about Kisumu, one, because it is my city, but two, because when something happens in Kisumu, it's very, very, very convenient to call the young people in Kisumu goons. But when, you know, a group is organized to block roads in Nairobi and parts of Central Province and Rift Valley, and to destroy property and to loot in a very organized and premeditated manner, then we want to call them unemployed young people. Those were gangs, those were goons. Somebody must have mobilized, organized, financed it. We are hoping that this year will trace that and take action on those people. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you for that, Wakili. Before we continue the conversation here, we now have Julius Ruto,